Hey everybody, how are you? Jeff Gelman of Solid Canine Training with my What Would Jeff Do dog training tip of the day. Tip number 166. This one's gonna struggle. Some people are gonna struggle with this one. Some people are gonna get, a little bit probably turned off, a little bit offended. Like all my tips. The concept of that your dogs are your babies. And the reason why that this is a problem, if you've got the perfect dog, no behavioral problems, no obedience problems, no anxiety, no aggression, no resource guarding, no, whatever, nothing wrong. If you got the perfect dog, I don't care if you dress that dog up in a damn bonnet, give it a little bottle and carry it around like, you were nursing the damn thing. I really don't care. But so many folks, though, are struggling with behavioral issues, and a lot of them are not necessarily from an obedience standpoint, but from a state of mind behavioral standpoint, and they're referring their dogs to as fur kids or babies. And maybe this sounds like I'm splitting hairs here, but it is a major psychological profile, if that's the right word, of the human that is owning the dog at the other end of the leash. And what it does is it shows that historically there's a lot of love and affection. And unfortunately, love and affection will only work against you when you're trying to stop unwanted behaviors, but also it is a great way to create and further advance and reinforce a lot of negative behaviors. So in the comments below, no hate, and I don't allow that nonsense at all. But this is, all of my comments, all of my tips are designed for dog owners to help them and to stop the struggle. A lot of folks will say, well, we don't have kids, these are our kids. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but they're not your children. They're not. That doesn't make you a bad person at all. It doesn't make you a bad dog owner. But again, when you're struggling with behavioral issues, that mindset that these are children or babies and they should be treated as such, especially, with no structure, no discipline, no consequences, no rules, no boundaries, and over love and affection to maybe make up for something that maybe is missing in your own life, or to try to love the dog out of an unwanted behavior. And it could be because we're stuck on a story about the dog's past. It could be because we're missing love in our own lives and we want that unconditional love from a dog. Anybody that's, I think, that's strongly offended by this, I can't tell people what to do, but chances are that's a good sign that maybe it's time to be like, whoa, maybe there's a good point here. After 4,000 plus dogs, after dealing with some pretty major issues with dogs, that's what we specialize in, we see a pattern. We see a pattern. And all of my tips are based on my experience. All my tips are based on the patterns that we keep seeing with owners. And that doesn't mean you can't love your dog. We all got dogs to love them. But be careful about babying your dog. Be careful about if you've got a dog with some major behavioral issues or even simple behavioral issues, about being soft with your dog or giving your dog a free pass. I say this with respect. I say this with love. But I want folks to be aware of it, about this concept that they are dogs. They're not human. They're nothing like human at all. They're dogs, they're animals, they're wild animals that we've domesticated. So they're nothing like children. They're nothing. I've got 7 kids, and they're nothing like kids, I assure you. And your children are nothing like dogs. So some folks might say, well, it's just a phrase. What does it really matter? It's not, though. It's a mindset. We keep seeing over and over and over again that it's a mindset. So I'm madly in love with you. Massive amounts of respect and love. As always, I'm here to help. Jeff Gelman, Solid Canine Training. No nonsense below. Just don't allow it. I'm trying to help people here. All right? Take care.